Hi, friends. It's Miss Living Good here. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying the creativity challenges and all the projects I've been sharing. I miss you all so much. I can't wait to see you again. But in the meantime, I've got another project for you. And this one is inspired by sundials and gears. And in this one, we're going to be using line variety and warm and cool colors. So hopefully you've watched the line song and you know about all the different kinds of lines. You can also watch the video of me reading the book Lines That Wiggle. So my first question for you is, how do we tell time? Take a look at each one of these clocks and think about what is inside of each clock. What are the parts and pieces that make up the clocks or the watch? The one on the left is digital. So we can probably imagine that there are batteries in there. Maybe there's batteries in the center one as well. What do you think is inside of the one on the right? And if you said gears, you are absolutely correct. So looking at this picture of different gears, what do you see? What elements of art do you see? And remember, elements are those building blocks of art. They're lines, shapes, colors, values, textures, forms, and space. Look at the image on the far right. That is your line handout. Those are just a few examples of the different kinds of lines that you can make. Do you see any of those lines in the picture of the gears? So what about when clocks did not exist? How did people tell time? Well, way back when, people would actually use the sun to tell time. They used a device called a sundial. And how this works is the sun would shine overhead and create a shadow. And as the day moves on and as time passes, the sun moves across the sky and the shadow changes. And so this little shadow right here would move as the sun moved. And it lines up with those numbers. Those are Roman numerals. So we're going to take a quick look at a video of a time-lapsed sundial. There's the shadow right there. Now, of course, it doesn't actually move that fast. This is what we call a time-lapse video, so it's sped up. This is over several hours. And there you have it. So on your project, you are going to be using warm and cool colors. And since we've been talking about the sun and shadows, we're actually going to use a color palette inspired by the sun and shadows. Looking at the two pictures, what do you notice about the colors in the shadows? And the shadows are right in here and right in here. And we all know what a shadow is, and we all know that it's darker. And our first guess is always usually, oh, shadows are gray, they're black, maybe brown. But I want to push you to look closer. What colors do you really see in the shadows? If you said blue or purple, maybe there's even a little bit of green hiding in there. Now, what about the sun? The areas of sunlight right here in the snow. or on the leaves right here, or even on the trees? What colors do you see in the sunlight? Yellows and oranges. So we're going to take a look at our color wheel, and it's divided in half. And we know that our color wheel is just rainbow order that goes in a circle. So it goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet or purple. And if we were to draw a line down the center, this left side would be all warm colors. And warm colors are colors that remind us of fire or the sun. Yellow, orange, red. And on the right side, we have our cool colors, colors that remind us of ice or snow or water like the ocean or rivers. And those are greens, blues, and violets. So if we look back at this picture, we can actually see the blues and the purples and the greens in those shadows right here. And there are shadows up in here also. It does look a little bit gray too. And in the areas of sun, we can see it looks warmer because it's got little tints of yellow in it. So your project is to create line variety, and you're actually going to curve those different lines on the corner of your paper. So see how this goes in a straight line? We're going to arc it. So that means it's going to have a curve to it. And then in each section, you're going to create a color pattern. So it can go warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool, or cool, warm, cool, warm. It's completely your choice. If you want to dive in without watching the video and you are feeling fully capable of starting right away, go right ahead. If you want to watch the video, it is posted on Google Classroom and Facebook as well. I hope you have a lot of fun with this project, and I cannot wait to see you all soon. Take care.